We are back with ionic bonds, the last part of metals and non-metals. We said that ionic bonds are actually formed. Ionic bonds are formed by transfer of electrons. Are formed by transfer of electrons. They are formed by transfer of electrons. What does transfer of electron mean? That the metal gives electron and the non-metal takes electron. So before we start, yesterday we studied all the configurations of metals. We said sodium is what? 281. Potassium is what? 2881. Magnesium is what? 282. Then we studied what? Calcium. It is what? 2882. In your metals of one more we studied what? Aluminium, which is what? 283. So this is all about metals. When we talked about non-metals, we said nitrogen. Nitrogen is 25. Oxygen is 26. Fluorine is 27. Then we studied what? Phosphorus 287. Sulfur 285. Sulfur 286. Chlorine 287. I think these were the non-metals which you studied. And then we studied that these basically acquire a noble gas configuration by losing and by gaining to form what? Helium, which may be 2, neon, which may be 28, and argon, which may be 288. Correct? This is what? This should be known by heart. You should know this. Okay? So now we will write the first question. So we have also studied the properties of ionic bond. We have studied that ionic bonds are soluble only in water but are insoluble in solvents like alcohol, benzene, kerosene, which do not ionize. They are generally hard because of strong electrostatic force of attraction. They are brittle as they powder when pressure is applied. Third thing, we also studied that they have high melting and boiling point. Then we studied that they do not conduct electricity in solid state but conduct electricity in molten and liquid state. This is all about properties of iron. They have high melting and boiling point. Now please write, show the formation of ionic bond in NaCl. Show the formation of ionic bond in NaCl. Okay. Now here comes the part where there may be a difference of opinion between the school and what I teach. Okay. See, generally when it is taught to you, we generally write what? Yesterday as I taught, I said Na has 281. Correct? Configuration of Na is 281. Cl, it is 287. Because it has to have 8 electrons in its outermost orbit and it has one more, it gives 1 electron to Cl. Correct? So this becomes what? Na plus, and this becomes what? Cl minus. Na plus and Cl minus are held to each other by strong electrostatic force of attraction. This is how ionic bond is formed. This is rough work. Actually, how should you write? So please write Na 281. This is how your textbook gives. Okay. So first thing what happens? This Na, it has to lose an electron. So it forms Na plus, that is 28 plus an electron is lost. So the first part over. Metal loses electron to form what? Cation, Na plus. Correct? Now the second part of it. what did the Cl do? It gained electron. So you write Cl, which is 287. It gained an electron to become what? Cl minus 288. It gained an electron to form what? 288. Fine. You can write here cation. You can write here anion. So the cation is also formed and the anion is also formed. Okay? Now, we will only talk about how many electrons it gave. 1. So we will write like this. See, the third step. Na. This has got what? 1 electron, which it is donating. Plus, Cl has how many electrons? 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 1, 7. Always remember, both elements should have different electrons. So, one we represent with dot, other we represent with cross. What did Na do? It gave an electron. Yes, it gave an electron to Cl. So, what did it form? NaCl. Adani bariki now. We write Na plus and Cl 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the 8th one. Cl minus. This is how you have to write. Rough title can be this, but actually when you say show formation of ionic bond means first step cation formation, second step anion formation, third step transfer of electrons. Very good. देखिए pause मार Yeah, now after this we will again study the second example. I am trying to make you do most of them so that you don't have a problem. One of them will only come from the examples what we are doing. So please write next, show bonding in MgCl2. Show bonding in MgCl2. Okay, now look here. First the rough kind of bonding. Mg, it has got what? 282. It is a metal. It has how many? What is its atomic number? 12. Its configuration is what? 282. Cl2 means how many Cl are you take? 2 Cl. Each Cl has a configuration 287. To become 8, it requires how many electrons? 1. This also requires 1. So what happens here? 1 electron it will give here and 1 electron it will give here to become what? 2,8. And this will also become what? 288. This will also become what? 288. So how will I write finally? How many electrons Mg lost? 2. So it becomes what? Mg plus 2. Cl becomes what? It has taken 1. So Cl minus. It also has taken 1. Cl minus. It is held by strong electrostatic force of attraction. Understood? This is how roughly we draw. Why it is giving electrons? Because if it becomes 8, it will become stable as neon. It will become stable configuration of neon. If it takes 1 electron, it becomes as a stable configuration of argon. So it loses electron to attain a stable noble gas configuration. So let's start writing our first step. Mg 282. What did you do first? Lose electron. So forms Mg plus 2 plus 2 electron. Again step formation of cation. Okay. Now next, how many Cl we have? 2 Cl. So we will write 2 Cl 287 form what? 2Cl minus 288. Formation of anion. Now, Mg. How many electrons should I draw? How many it has lost? 2. So we will draw like this, 2 electrons. Correct? And it is given to what? Cl. How many Cl we have? 2 Cl. So we will write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now 1 comes here and 1 comes, and 1 comes here. Correct? Fine. So it forms what? It forms Mg plus 2 and Cl 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many times it is Cl? 2 times. It is Cl minus. You cannot write any time as Cl minus 2. Why you cannot write? Because Cl has taken only 1 electron. So that cannot be minus 2. It has to be minus 1. But how many atoms of Cl? 2 atoms of Cl. Is it clear? Understood how to write? You can even write this rough one as rough one, but I don't know what your school teaches. Some school teach this only as the final one, but your textbook expects steps like this. It is first is cation formation, anion formation, formation of a compound. Okay? So now let us write the third one. Show bonding in AlCl3. AlCl3 is what? Aluminium chloride. Show bonding in AlCl3. Okay, now rough one. What is Al? 13. 13 andre? 2, 8, 3. How many chlorine should I use? 3. So I'll write Cl 287, 287 and another Cl also 287. Each Cl requires what? 1 electron because it has to become what? 8. This has 3 extra. So what it will do? It will give 1 electron here, it will give 1 electron here, and it will give 1 electron here. So this will become, after giving 2, 8, this will become what? 2, 8, 8, 2, 8, 8 and 2, 8, 8. How do I write the final structure? Al plus 3, Cl minus, Cl minus, Cl minus. This is rough representation of how we draw the structure of AlCl3. Okay. Now the same thing what I will do, I will write it in steps. First thing what we will write? Al. Al is what? 283. What it forms? How many electrons it loses? 3. So you write what? Al plus 3 plus 3 electrons. Correct? Now what? Cl. How many Cl? 3 Cl. 287. It will take 3 electrons to form 3 Cl minus. What is my configuration here? 2, 8, 8. Correct in here? Now the final thing. Al. How many electrons? 1, 2, 3. This reacts with what? Cl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Correct? 3Cl. Now what it will do? One electron goes here, one comes here, and one comes here. Correct? All three. So now what will be my final structure written here? Al plus 3 and Cl 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 1 8 minus, and how many times Cl? 3 times. So AlCl 3. Are you getting how to do it? It is very simple if you understand. That's why I am teaching both. The rough one also and the steps also. Whatever we do here, the first step is cation formation, the second step is anion formation, and the third step is showing how you transfer. Okay? Now, the fourth one, the fourth example. Please write, show bonding in MgO. Show bonding in MgO. Okay, so now see here, magnesium, first the rough type of bonding, 2, 8, 2. Correct? Oxygen is what? 2, 6. This has 2 extra than 8. This has 2 less than 8. So it will give what? Full 2 electrons to oxygen because it requires to become 8. As it lost 2 electrons, it will become what? Mg plus 2. As it gained 2 electrons, it will become what? O2 minus. They will be held by strong electrostatic force of attraction. Correct? So now, first step will be what? Mg 282 forms Mg plus 2, which is what? 2, 8 plus 2 electrons. Correct? Oxygen, which is 2, 6, will take 2 electrons to form what? O2 minus, which is 2, 8. Correct in here? Now, Mg, how many electrons? 2 electrons. Plus oxygen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now what happens? Give this here, give this here. So it forms what? Mg plus 2 and O 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 minus 2. Clear? Understood this? So this is the fourth compound now which we are learning. So now exactly similar, show bonding in calcium oxide. Show bonding in calcium oxide. Next compound, show bonding in calcium oxide. So see, what will change? Configuration of calcium. What is calcium? 2, 8, 8, 2. Correct? Oxygen remains same, 2, 6. Calcium loses 2 electrons to form what? 2, 8, 8. and this is again what? Ca plus 2 and O2 minus. What will change here? My first statement will change. It will become what? Calcium 2882 will lose what? 2 electrons to become what? 288 plus 2 electrons. Correct? Now, what I have to say, symbol simply Ca. It forms what? Ca plus 2. Understood? There's nothing different. The only thing is it has 8 more electrons added. Who's right? Done. Shall we proceed to the next one? Done. Now we will do the next compound. Let us do, if this is the 5th one or 6th one? 6th one?
No, 6.
Now 6th one. To show bonding in KCl. Show bonding in KCl. Ignore quantity. K is 2881. How many electrons more? 1 electron more than the octet. Cl is 287. Correct? What will happen? K will lose 1 electron to this. Right? So it will become what? Plus. K plus. Cl will become what? Minus. They will be held by what? Strong electrostatic force of attraction. So let us write now stepwise. K 2881. This will form K plus, which is 288 plus an electron is lost. Correct? Now Cl, it is 287. It will take an electron to form what? Cl minus 288. Correct? Now K, how many electrons? 1 plus Cl. So when we talk about K2O, first the rough title, K is what? 2881. Oxygen is what? 26. How many K? 2 times K, because it requires 2 electrons for its stability, for becoming 8. So what you write? K plus, and there is oxygen which is 2 minus. They are held by strong electrostatic force of attraction. Bariolin and first K 2881. How many K? 2K. It forms what? 2K plus 288 plus 2 electrons. Correct? Maribedi idana K2 plus bariyokungilla, because potassium is losing how many electrons? Only 1 electron. Then oxygen 26. It takes these 2 electrons and becomes what? O2 minus. It becomes what? 2, 8. How many potassium we took? 1 and 2. It is separated by 22K plus madavangilla. Plus, how many oxygen? 1 oxygen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 comes from here, 1 comes from here. Correct? It forms what? K plus, this is 2, and oxygen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 minus 2. Is it clear? This is how you are supposed to write. Right? The bonding in eighth one, no Pranjal? Ninth one. Okay, show bonding in CaCl2. Show bonding in CaCl2. Okay, now pause it, Raghav, and do it. Okay, show bonding. Okay, so now let us talk about bonding in calcium chloride. First rough one, Ca28882, and we have Cl and Cl, which is 287. What happens here is this one electron goes here and one electron comes here. As it has lost 2 electrons, it will become what? Cl plus 2. Correct? Cl has gained 1 electron, so it becomes Cl minus. This will be held by strong electrostatic force of attraction. Wasn't it similar to MgCl to what we did? Then why there is confusion? Okay, no extra effort. Okay, so now please write Ca2882 will form Ca plus 2, 288 plus 2 electrons. Okay, this electron cannot be minus 2. Electron always has a charge of minus 1. Now, Cl. How many Cl we are taking? 2 Cl, 287. This will take 2 electrons to become 2 Cl minus 288. Fine? Now Ca. How many electrons? 2 electrons. Plus Cl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Each Cl should have 7 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One comes here and one comes here. So final structure is what? Ca plus 2. 1 Cl ka 2 you'll write. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 1 8. How many times? 2 times. Charges minus. Please check. This is how your step has to be. Okay? Now please write show bonding in CaF2. What is CaF2? Calcium fluoride. Okay, show bonding in CaF2, calcium fluoride. Okay, stop. In the end, please check what I've done the thing, so please check. CaF2. Okay, and the last homework problem, show bonding in Al2O3. You have to show bonding in aluminium oxide. No Google, only thing is you will try yourself and come. Show bonding in Al2O3 or aluminium oxide. Tomorrow we will do all questions behind the textbook and the in-text question. Thank you. 5, 6, 7. This will come here. It will form what? K plus and Cl Okay, now the next compound. Show bonding in Na2O. What is Na2O? Sodium oxide. Show bonding in Na2O. Sodium oxide. Till now, all compounds ಹೆಸರು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ. First compound was what? NaCl, which was what? Sodium chloride. Second was what? Magnesium chloride. Third was what? Aluminium chloride. ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ AlCl3 ಅಂದ್ರೆ aluminium chloride. Next was what? Magnesium oxide. Then calcium oxide. Then potassium chloride. ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ? So now this is what? Sodium oxide. See here. Now how many sodiums I should take? 2. So Na 281. This also is Na 281. Oxygen is what? 26. Correct? Now what? How many it requires? 6 it requires. It requires 2 to become 8. We should have in the outermost shell how many electrons? 8 electrons. This has how many extra than 8? 1. So what it will do? It will give this 1 extra electron to this. Now it becomes what? 2, 7. It still wants 1 more. So this also gives 1 electron to 8. So it becomes what? 2, 8. This becomes what? 2, 8. This also becomes what? 2, 8. So how will be the bonding? Na plus O2 minus will be held by strong electrostatic force of attraction. Clear? Understood this? So let's understand how to write now. How many Na? 2 Na. So we will start with 2 Na. What is the configuration? 281 gives become what? 2 Na plus, which is what? 2, 8 plus how many electrons it lost? 2 electrons. Got that down? Now oxygen 2, 6. It takes these 2 electrons to form what? O minus 2, which is 2, 8. Now Na. How many Na? 2 Na plus oxygen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 comes here, 1 comes here. So it forms what? Na plus how many Na? 2. And oxygen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 minus understood? So this was 7th and 6th. 7. Now the 8th one. This I will not draw, you will draw. Please show bonding in K2O. What is K2O? Potassium oxide. Raghu, pause maadu.